Hi, my name is Jessica and I'm a hairstylist in Texas, and today I'm going to show you how I color hair extensions. So today we're going to be working with Irresistible Me extensions. I recommended those to my client because they are really good quality and they're thick, and these I believe are the 22 inches. I think they only have 22 and 24. However, on their website it is a little bit limited on the colors. So with her, she has a root smudge, she's like a level 9-10 at the ends, really ashy, and then she has some dimension in between, kind of like some lowlights. So the extensions that she got were the light blonde, and they came looking like this. So they're really golden, really yellow, and I'm just toning them down. I'm going to do a root smudge, and I'm going to go in and do a little bit of baby light lowlights. So the pack comes with, obviously, it'll come in with two separate sections, with one section being a sample weft that you can try out before you actually open the rest of the package to make sure that it matches and everything like that. So with that weft, I knew it was going to match her hair as long as we toned it and colored it. So I went ahead with that first weft and I kind of toned it down a little bit more, which the lighting in here is kind of lighting in here is kind of bad, but I don't know. This is more yellow and this is a little bit more toned down. Probably won't be able to tell until I put these in her hair and put them in the light. But, okay, maybe there. It's a little bit more ashy. So the only thing with these is that I colored these with, I believe, just a 9/0 in Wella Color Touch. And I did it when the hair was wet, because with extensions you want to be careful, because extensions can grab color really quick and it can grab the color really dark too. So I didn't want it to go dark or anything like that, so I just kind of did it wet, and then I did a 9/0, left it on for maybe like 10 minutes, and it toned them really well. So now they're more of like a neutral blonde. So then I went in with another piece of hair, this one, and as you can see, this one I think you can tell a little bit more. All right, so in this one you can tell this strand is a lot lighter than this yellow one, so this is a little bit more white. So what I did with this one is I actually put the color on dry and instead of with the hair wet. So I just put it on exactly how it is with the hair dry like this. For the color, I did 9/0 and 10/01 because I had her come back in so that we can match that first test strand on our hair, and I did notice it helped match a little bit better, but it could have been a tad bit ashier. So I did the 10/01 because it's a natural ash, and then the 9/0. So I combined these two. I did a little bit of both. I think I did like half and half, or more of the 9 and then a little bit less of the 10/01, because I didn't want the ash, because ash can be really dark too, so I didn't want it to grab super dark. I just wanted it to help tone down the golden tones. So that's what I'm gonna do with the rest of the hair. I'm going to color the rest of the hair with these two colors, rinse it out, and while it's wet, I'm gonna do a root smudge with, I think, either an 8 or a 7, a neutral brown or something along those lines, something warm so it doesn't turn like super dark. And then I'll go in with probably the same color with the, maybe like an 8 for the lowlights. So let's get into it. Okay, so quick update. When I did the extensions, I literally left them on for like 5 minutes maybe. Like I did the first one and then I kept doing each weft like really fast, within like 3 minutes for all the wefts. And then I went back to the first one and it was pretty much already turned. So I would say like about 5 minutes because it really doesn't need that much toning. It just needs to get rid of the gold. So I've rinsed out all of the extensions and right now I'm going to do the root smudge and I'm going to do a tester. So I'm going to take one weft and I'm going to do 8B and 7GK in Colora. And so what this is a brown and a gold red, so like copper, for these two because I want it to be more warm and not so ashy. So I'm going to try this out first and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm gonna mix this with a demi developer to make it more liquidy so it's easier to blend through. And then I'm gonna do a clear as well, so that way I can blend the clear into the rest of the hair so it doesn't look too crazy. So let's try it. Okay, so now I changed the formula a little bit after the test weft for the root shadow. I was doing the 8B and the 7GK, but I changed it to 7N, 7GK, and 7B. And for the 7GK, I did like basically half of 7N, half of 7B, and then like 10 grams of, so like 30, no, 50. So I think I did 15 grams of 7N, 15 grams of 7B, and then like 5 grams or so, or 10 of 7GK, just to give it some warmth and also to give it more depth because I felt like with the 8, I feel like I didn't get as dark, but also that's probably just because I didn't leave it on there super long. With the root shadow, I'm just, sorry, I have Hallmark on in the background. So with the root shadow, I didn't want it to go super dark, but as it's processing, it looks really dark. So I started rinsing it out. And it actually is probably going to be lighter than her natural, but it's okay because it's still going to give her a rooty, like root shadowy look. And it's going to be blended into her hair, so you won't be able to tell. And if we need to go darker, we can always go darker, but it's always good to go a little bit lighter just in case, because just in case she wants to go lighter at her base once her natural hair grows back in. So this is what the hair looks like. So I still have some processing. So right now, as they're hanging, I'm gonna go in with a comb, with one of these actually. I'm going with one of these and a balayage board, and I'm gonna put the foil on the balayage board. So like this sideways so that I can get the full weft. And I'm just gonna weave. I'm gonna do some baby light weaves, nothing too chunky, just to give it some dimension. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so here is how I blow dry the extensions. This is what they look like when they're finished. So they have like dimension in there, and it's gonna be a lot better once I put it in her hair and once we go outside to see the actual color. Since I don't have an extension holder, like the one that you can suction cup to mirrors and clip the extensions in and then blow dry them that way, I don't have that. So what I do is I just take my drawer and I just put the top of the weft right here, then I close it, and then I just get my round brush and I just blow dry it. So I just take my round brush and then I just kind of go through with my blow dryer and round brush it out.